Hi, and welcome back to your Smart Notebook video tutorials. In this video, I'm going to show you all of the different pen tools that Smart Notebook can offer you so that you don't have to keep switching pen colors or, more importantly, running out of that precious ink. A couple different things. As you can see, all of the pen tools are all right up here, located for your pleasure. Super easy, things like that. First thing I'm going to show you is just the pens. It's a great little feature. Notice here is a red color. So maybe I want them to write their warm-ups in red that day, or maybe I want them to put all of their vocabulary in green. And then I can just start writing on the page. So this is, when you start writing on the page, very helpful to do it on the air slate, especially if you have one of those, anything kind of things like that, or an interactive projector. Very, very helpful. Notice I can erase anything, and I got small, medium, and large. Let's say, oh man, this looks like a gray color. I don't really like that color. Maybe I want it to be black ink. So just select the pen that you want, go over right here where you see properties, select it. All you need to do is select the black ink, save tool properties. So now anytime you go back and open up the Smart Notebook, you can select the black ink and voila, black ink exactly the way that you want it. Maybe you want a pink pen, maybe you don't like that shade of red. Feel free to play with it. This is a whiteout pen. I'll show you how I use that toward the end of the video. These are your creative pens. So you have some stars, very helpful for vocabulary, smiley faces if you just finished a very long problem and you're happy that you're done with it. And again, these are things that you can go back and you can erase. Very helpful. These are the different kinds of shapes. You have box tools, stars, here, X's, check marks, thought bubbles, text bubbles. Very, very fun stuff you can do. And again, you can choose the fill color and the line color. Very, very fun. Highlighters, again, very helpful, especially if you're working with those ESL students. If you're in a class where you really want them to highlight things, you have lots of different colors. So you can select the yellow. Definitely, you can do green for maybe all of these. Hey guys, I really want you to focus on these key words for today. Maybe if you select a highlighter color and you're like, oh, that's a little dark, no problem. Maybe pick a different color. Perfect. A little bit better, looks better. Not too bad. And again, you can always go and erase anything that you want. Let's say you have this really big area, see where my green highlighter is, and you wish you could just erase that and not spend your time with the eraser. My favorite thing to do is pick any of the eraser sizes, draw a circle around all of the area that you want to get rid of, and then just tap it in the middle. All the eraser inside is gone. One of my favorite Smart Notebook tools. Shape recognition is helpful if you want your students to box something, especially a final answer in a math class or maybe in science. Maybe I want them to box it in red. So here's a red box. And then all you're going to do is draw the best box you can, and it automatically makes it for you. You can do circles, triangles, anything like that. I've never tried other crazy things. I mean, that's a pretty good start if I do say so myself. Plus, now that you've made them, again, you can turn and rotate. Let's say I want it to be a little smaller. You can play with it, different sizes, anything that you really want. If you also want to fill it with a different color, oh man, now I can't see anything behind it. No problem. Line style, maybe I want it dotted. Transparency, maybe make it a little see-through. Perfect. Now they can see what I need. Really fun stuff. And again, maybe I don't want it there. That's fine. Hit delete or select all and then delete. Very fun feature. Line tools, lots of different ones, lots of different arrows, again, different colors, and again, you can make those transparent. The Magic Pen. I've saved this one for last because this is one of my favorite things that Smart Notebook can offer you. First thing that a Magic Pen can do is, well, it writes like a normal pen, which is great and dandy. It doesn't seem very magical, of course, until you wait just long enough and slowly the eraser will kick in and make everything disappear. The disappearing ink trick, very fun when you have that one class that just won't pay attention. Plus, it gets them engaged pretty quickly. Another tool that I like to use is something called the spotlight. So if I really want my students to focus on one thing in particular, perhaps maybe this sidebar question. Draw a circle around anything that you want. Now you have a spotlight. Very fun, blacks everything out, helps the kids to focus. Exit out. Last thing that I'm going to show you is the box tool. So maybe I want to zoom in on this one thing right here. Notice now everything is grayed out except this one zoomed in feature. Very helpful for the kids in the back that really can't see, or just if you want to really hone them in on something, maybe like, hey, did you notice this word is misspelled? Did you notice, oh, this should have been a semicolon instead of those commas? Man, those are small. Things like that, very helpful to do. Not too bad. The last thing I said I was going to show you was the whiteout tool. Very, very fun, especially if you want to reveal certain things at one time. So notice you have a text box, which you can click, or my favorite feature is to just start writing. So notice my pen is turned on, selection tool. Let's call these notes Intro to Statistics. Notice I didn't have to add a text box. You can just start typing and it creates one for you. Now you can move it wherever you want. Oh man, those are pretty small. That's okay. Make it a little bigger. Maybe I want these to be orange. Maybe I want the font to look really cool. So I have a lot of extra font, which I've added, but feel free to use any font that Smart has built in. Great. And again, do that same thing. Lock those babies down. You don't want it going nowhere. So let's say I want to put the warm-up answer. X equals 10. And I don't really want them to see this, so let's make it red so they know it's an answer. I really don't want them to see this when they come in. So here's what I like to do. Go to those pens, select a whiteout pen. And if you don't have one, that's okay. Here's a green pen. Here's white. Let's make it thick. And now you can cover the part that you don't want. And then when you're ready to show the answer, grab that fancy little eraser and reveal like it's magic. Very, very fun. One of my favorite things to do, especially if you are in a class that has lots of definitions, theorems, lots of wordy explanations that maybe or not you may not remember, but it's helpful to have those built in ahead of time so that you can wander around and monitor for success. Continue on to watch the next video tutorials to learn more tips and tricks from your Smart Notebook software.